And welcome here to Talk FCB, and welcome back here to the channel, guys, for another video and to the review of Barcelona against Celta Vigo in the Copa del Rey. Going into the game, there was virtually nothing to separate these two teams. 1-1 in the first leg, everything to play for in this second leg. Celta Vigo as well, coming off very nearly beating Real Madrid at the weekend, and they looked a very, very dangerous opponent. At the Camp Nou, in the first half alone, we absolutely obliterated them. It was a one-sided performance, sensational play, brilliant football, and some spectacular goals. We absolutely wiped the floor clean with a very, very good side here. This is not a team who should be easily dispatched. Celta Vigo are a very good footballing side under a very good coach with some very good players, and we made them today look on that field like absolutely nothing. It was an absolute joy to be at the Camp Nou today and watch that unfold right before your eyes. Messi was incredible, Suárez, every single player on that pitch played their part, and I have to say, I've got some very, very good footage to show you guys in the Matchday Experience video, which will be coming up after this review. All the goals, celebrations, some fantastic chants as well on a day that was Mascherano's last ever game for Barcelona. It's fully expected, and it really was a fantastic game for so many reasons today, and it all revolved around those brilliant goals with the phenomenal team performance. It had everything in that first half. It really, really did. And it's very difficult to actually know where to start, where to begin, because the team that Valverde picked was a very interesting one. Dembele left on the bench. We went back to that 4-4-2 formation with the four midfielders, with that element of control in midfield, and that's certainly what we saw as the game began. It was all Barcelona. We were dominating proceedings. André Gomes was off to the right and he was linking up with Nelson Semedo, and on the left hand side it was Iniesta and Jordi Alba, and those two down the left hand side were causing absolute havoc. Jordi Alba was getting a lot of space very early on, and the one man that loves to see that is Lionel Messi. When he sees Alba with space, he can pick him out, he can find those runs. Alba has got all the pace in the world to get in behind, and when those two combine this season, it has been absolutely catastrophic for the opposition. They cannot stop those two. Messi will always find Alba, and this season Alba is getting on the end of things, and he's really playing the right passes. He's being very, very concise and accurate in the final third. He's finding Messi in the right areas, and when you do that, Messi will score. He is the kind of guy, even though we look at his creativity, we look at his brilliance on the ball, he's a very, very good finisher in front of goal, and when you find Messi in the penalty box, he's going to put it away, and that's exactly what happened for the first goal. Over to the left with Jordi Alba. Alba cuts it back, like we've seen so many times. It's a carbon copy, and that's the thing. The opposition know what's going to happen. They know how this is going to play out, but they can do nothing about it. They cannot stop that kind of movement, that kind of pace, and Messi getting on the end of it and putting it past the goalkeeper. We were ahead within 13 minutes, and just a few minutes later, it was 2. Lionel Messi again, Alba again down that left-hand side, and it was brilliant, brilliant play. And right from the very start, you knew this was going to be some kind of performance, because the intensity was brilliant. The play from everybody in that midfield was one touch. It was keeping it moving. We were really trying to penetrate Celta Vigo in every single attack, and it was really, really good right throughout the team. Busquets in midfield, everything that went into him, he was spinning off, he was doing it as a one-touch movement. Iniesta, like I say, was combining really well down the left. Semedo was adding a different dimension going down the right, and André Gomes as well in that first half as well was very, very good. He was making some good runs in behind. He was getting himself on the ball. He is looking a lot more confident in recent weeks. Every time he gets the ball now, he's not stuttering, he's not delaying things, he's moving the ball on, he was thinking a lot quicker, and he seems to know what he wants to do before he gets the ball, which is a definite change in his performances. And then there was Luis Suárez, and in that first half, I was so impressed with what I was seeing from Luis Suárez. Not only his goal, which came at the end of the half, but it was really, really good in his overall play, and this is not something that I've seen for not only weeks, but I would say years, that the kind of quality that Luis Suárez is producing in that first half. In terms of his one-touch passing, his link-up play with Messi, his link-up play with Iniesta, with Alba as well. He was telling Gomes where to run, he was orchestrating things from the front, and I think the touches that Suárez showed in that half was really, really impressive and really, really good looking at the rest of the season, because we've always said that if we're going to be dominating on all fronts this season, we're going to need Messi, of course we are, but we're also going to need Suárez in his best possible form, in his best possible moment. And today we saw Suárez trying audacious things in the second half. He got the ball, he tried to lift it over the goalkeeper from inside his own half, and he was trying things like that and trying to be the Suárez that we know and the Suárez that we very much love. The third goal coming again with that combination, but it was a complete reverse. This time it was Messi finding Jordi Alba, just like at the Mestalla when Alba came up with that goal against Valencia. It was right to left very, very quickly. Messi puts it in behind, a brilliant ball in behind the defence. Jordi Alba latching onto it brilliantly, getting onto the end of the pass and finishing it off really well. And like like I say, Jordi Alba is always going to make these runs, and Messi has always been able to find him. But I think Alba, in those final third this season, is much, much more clinical. He's very good in what he's doing, and he's having an absolutely magnificent season in that left-back role. And I want to go on to Suárez. Obviously, like I said, it was brilliant, but it was his anticipation. He was in the right area for that goal. It came on the half-an-hour mark, and like I say, within 31 minutes, we were 4 goals to the good against a very, very good side in Celta Vigo. Just watching them out there, and Zui was on the touchline. He was trying to sort of get Celta Vigo organised. He had no idea what had hit them, and he came out at the end of the game and he said in as many words, there was absolutely nothing that we could do in that first half. And obviously at the Camp Nou, I've seen some Champions League games. I saw Messi, dominate Manchester City when Pep Guardiola returned in the 4-0 result. But this is the best game, or certainly the best half I have ever seen live at the Camp Nou. Messi was instrumental. Luis Suárez is back to his very, very best. And I would go as far to say, actually, it's one of the best first half performances that I have ever seen from Barcelona in any year under any coach. The element of control, the precise passing, the brilliant finishing. We were very, very clinical in front of goal. And like I say, against a very, very good team as well. And obviously in the second half, we made a few changes. Vermaelen came on for Piqué. Dembele came on. Messi was taken off. That was a big surprise on the hour. Messi wasn't given the chance to get his hat-trick, but he came off in very good spirits. He shook Valverde's hand. He was given an absolutely enormous ovation by the Camp Nou crowd, and that was incredible to be a part of. Our ninth came on as well for Andres Iniesta. So what we've been able to do as well, not only just smash Celta Vigo, but we've also been able to rest some really, really key players ahead of that difficult visit to the Anoeta that we do have in La Liga on Sunday. So today, everything went right. In the second half, of course, the players took it a bit easy. We created a few chances. We did get another goal just a few minutes before the end. Suárez and Rakitić, Dembele with the assist from the corner. And speaking about Dembele, he came on. He looked very, very fresh today and very, very vibrant. Every time he got on the ball, he was looking to drive at Celta Vigo. Some things that he tried, they didn't come off. It was a loose touch here and there. But in the main, he was really direct. He was very much in behind, and he looked a real threat every time he got on the ball. There was one moment where he took the ball on the halfway line. He got past his man. The Camp Nou crowd were on their feet. We were awaiting that first Dembele goal, and he skipped past another one then, cuts back inside, and I thought that was the moment really where Dembele was going to get that first goal. It didn't quite happen, but there was a lot of encouragement there from Dembele. Really looked good, really looked promising. There was a few concerns in the press after the game that apparently Dembele had come off the pitch. Apparently he was holding that leg that did previously get injured, but since then a lot of reliable sources, and Ernesto Valverde reportedly has said there's absolutely nothing wrong with Dembele. It's nothing to worry about, and it's definitely nothing serious. That's really good news. Of course we don't want anything go wrong with Dembele, and we want to be seeing more and more of this penetration, more of the confidence. And what I noticed as well about him today when he was getting on the ball, he looked like he wanted it a lot more. He was coming central when he wasn't getting as much of the ball. He was looking to get on the ball, and that's what you want to see a player doing. Obviously he's still young, obviously he's still learning the way at Barcelona, but you want to see him having that confidence, coming to get the ball, looking for it, and then trying to do something with it and penetrate the opposition. That's certainly what he tried to do in that second half. Jordi Alba came on. He was certainly willing. He was running around. He was trying to do his all. He was getting at times told by his teammates where he needed to be. Obviously, though, it's still early days. He didn't have his best game today, but it's going to take time. He hasn't been involved now with the first team a lot of games. He's going to need time to gel. He's going to need time to really establish himself as a first team player, if that's Valverde wants him to be. But I think our ninth in general has the talent, and we're going to be seeing that the more we see him on the first team stage. But in general today, absolutely incredible. The most important thing, of course, we are now through to the Copa del Rey quarterfinals, and in that game we could meet, of course, Real Madrid. There is a lot of good teams in the last 8 of the Copa del Rey. Real Madrid are one of them. Valencia are there as well. So are Sevilla, Leganes, Atletico Madrid as well, Alaves, and also our city rivals Espanyol. So it doesn't really matter in that quarterfinal stage. I think whoever we're going to get there is going to be a tough opponent. I don't know about El Clasico, to be honest. Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below, guys. Who do you want to face in the next round? Do you want to see a Clasico Copa del Rey quarterfinal clash? Would you rather leave it until later on in the competition? Do let me know in the comments down below who you would like to get in the next round of the Copa del Rey. But like I say, the performance today was absolutely incredible. Ernesto Valverde is definitely getting things right now, and it's the first time at the Camp Nou I have heard a chant for Ernesto Valverde. That was echoing around the Camp Nou very, very loud. Ernesto Valverde's name. The crowd definitely warming to him now. We're seeing not only the results, but also the performances. Everything is coming together, and everything's coming together as well at the perfect time. This is when you want to be hitting your best form, going into the latter stage of the season, going into the final few months, when you've got key league games coming up. Games like the Anoeta on Sunday is a massive, massive game for us in trying to close in on that title. And of course, ahead of the huge Champions League games, we've got Chelsea to come in February and the start of March, and that's when when you want to be hitting this kind of form. Players are coming back from injury now, players are looking more and more confident, and we are seeing a fantastic team unfold before our eyes with a really, really impressive performance tonight. And I think we can definitely build on that and continue this and make sure that we're playing at this kind of level every single game when we need to be, because this team right now has huge potential, and I'm so hopeful for the future and for the remainder of the season. Please do let me know your thoughts on the game down below, guys. I'm sure that you enjoyed it. I'm sure that you enjoyed the masterful performance that we saw at the Camp Nou tonight. I will see you very, very soon with that matchday experience video. Like I say, some really, really good clips to show you guys from that brilliant display. I will see you very, very soon indeed. But until then, as always, Visca el Barça! 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 Barça!